Alright, it's May 5th, last day of Missouri turkey season. My dad made it out to the other farm this morning. This is our last chance, and we're hunting over probably, I don't know, maybe a 3-acre field that he disced up and he's going to plant it into hay and stuff like that. So it's all disced up, and there's just tons of turkey tracks in it. It's about the best spot for them to come out and strut on the farm. So I think we'll have a good chance of seeing something this morning. I got the decoys out in front of us, so we're just going to sit in here and be patient since learned my lesson the last couple days about patience. So we'll see what happens. Did you hear that, Dad? You can't let me move. Well, I think we're in pretty good shape. We got turkeys all around us. Right up on this ridge, there's a big gobbler. To the south of us, there's all kinds of gobblers. To the north of us, there's all kinds of gobblers. They're a little ways away. But I think with this field being disced, that these turkeys aren't come out here and peck around in it. Now it's disced probably, I don't know, a week ago or so, but there's still some grass and stuff out here. But they like coming out here in this shorter stuff and kind of picking around and scratching and everything else. And I mean, it was dark, but I could see turkey tracks out here. So I think we might have some luck seeing something. Anything that comes between us and the grass is pretty much in shooting range. They got to come this way a little bit, but we're kind of in this long, narrow finger, and then it kind of opens up to the north of me. All the birds have hit the ground, so now it's just a waiting game. But we had this bird try to come in the blind. Apparently it's got a nest up here. It's trying to build a nest inside this ground blind. So that was interesting. I was looking out the window and it flew up in my face. All kinds of mad. I had a couple good days of hunting Friday and Saturday. I just made some mistakes that I shouldn't have made. The first day I had turkeys right out of the roost, about 100 yards. I just could never get them close enough. They couldn't see my decoys. And then the rest of the day I went around just calling and trying to strike up birds, and I was having a lot of luck, and I was getting them drawn in, I don't know, 100 yards. And then yesterday my dad and I were doing the same thing, but one thing, I guess I shouldn't say I learned, I already know it, but why I wasn't following through, I don't know, but we'd get these birds struck up, and then we'd go towards them and sit, but we just weren't waiting long enough, and a couple times when we were getting up and moving, here comes the tom, and we would have got a 20-yard shot at him had we waited another 5 minutes. So one thing to remember is once you hit that 10 o'clock hour and those birds are out by themselves and you hear them gobble and you talk back to them, I found that if you just be quiet and then you just try to cut as much distance between you and him as possible, and then you just got to sit, and most of the time they're coming. But made that mistake a couple times and it cost a couple birds, but hopefully today patience is what nature is calling for, and it's not running and gunning. That's a good sign. We had 2 hens come out and they worked right through perfect. So now we just need the hens that have the toms on them to come. And right down here at the end of this field, I don't know, it's probably a couple 100 yards in the woods, just a little ways. We heard a tom gobble, so I think we got one working this way, maybe with another hen or something. But we got 2 live decoys out here, and then the hen and quarter strut Jake decoy. So if we can get them out in this field, I think we'll be in good shape. Get the gun, he's gonna come right down through here. He's strutting right now. Move nice and slow.
There's 2 of them out there.
Yeah, you're gonna shoot him out the front window. I'll tell you when, okay?
Out this window?
No, the front.
This?
Where'd the other tom go?
Over the edge right here.
Yeah. Take a deep breath. Oh yeah, that's beautiful, man. He's coming to our decoys, I think. Hear him drumming.
I can't hear it.
Alright, I'll tell you when, okay? Get ready. Did you hear it that time? Alright, here he comes. I'll tell you when. Just be patient, because he's gonna come right to the decoys. Just wait. Just wait, I gotta get on it. Let him watch the decoys. Alright, whenever you can, just put it on his head and flies. Stick his head up. There's a bearded hen over here.
There was.
Yeah, let's just get him. Okay, right here. Take him. I think you body shot him.
Did I?
Yeah.
I was too low, wasn't I?
That's your first turkey. That was pretty exciting,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Finally.
8 minutes. He attacked that decoy.
think he's ever going to get off that decoy.
Where'd that other tom? Man, that was crazy. That tom would not get off my decoy. Just kept attacking it for 8 minutes. I got it on my camera. 8 minutes, he attacked it. Oh, man. I guess that's why I gotta be patient.
Oh, man. Didn't think he was ever going to get off freaking shooting.
Well, might sit here for a few more minutes and see what happens. Alright, well, my dad went out and got his turkey. We drug it up here by the blind and set the decoy back up. Looks a little more realistic out there, like there was a fight, because there's some feathers on the ground. But I still got a tag, so we're going to sit here. Since it's so early, we're going to sit here for a bit longer. There was another tom coming down the hill that might have seen us when we went out and got it, but we're just going to give it some time. I think this is a hot spot on this farm with this field, so I'm sure something will come out here again. The only thing we're missing right now is a pot of coffee. I might have hit the camera, but I'm gonna have to review it to see if I got it on footage. But nonetheless, I'm not going turkey-less this first spring season here in Missouri. It's my first spring bird, the bearded hen. Pretty pumped up about that. That's only the second bearded hen I've ever shot. The first one I shot with a bow in Illinois, and I just got one here in Missouri. So 2 birds in one day. Now we can go home. Alright, let's go check this thing out. Alright, well here she is. Got a beard. And we have a band. That is pretty cool. I don't think she's got a... Shouldn't have no GPS on her or anything, but that is awesome. All right, here we are. It's May 5th. What, about 9:45 in the morning?
Probably a little later, maybe.
And it's been an awesome day. My dad, this is the first turkey my dad's ever shot. We finally got him one. I mean, he hasn't hunted a ton for turkeys. Maybe a couple days the last couple years is all. We went out all day yesterday. We had some real close calls. If we'd have been a little bit more patient, we probably would have got it done. We got busted a couple times getting up and moving too early, but we came out to this field on another farm. This was dished about a week ago, and we just thought that there'd probably be turkeys in it looking for bugs and seeds and stuff like that. So we came out here, I had a hay bale blind for deer season out here that I hadn't moved yet, so we got in that.
and we just had turkeys all morning. And
Success.
this turkey, this tom that my dad shot, came in and attacked the decoy, and it was an awesome hunt. We darn near couldn't get him off the decoy to get a shot at him, but then we sat in the blind, and bearded hens in Missouri are legal birds, and we had one in the field earlier but couldn't get a shot at it. But this one came in, and I decided to take her. We have a lot of turkeys on this farm, so the population is definitely not an issue, or I wouldn't have shot her. We have way more turkeys than we need here, so I opted to shoot her. And one thing that was awesome is she ended up having a band.